How's it going, folks? So excited to see you. I'm gonna pick some tunes, and then we'll meditate. You know it, the old red-haired boy. I'm gonna check into the chat box here. I see we got Lewis out there. Hey, buddy, good to see you. Thanks for joining me. Lewis said he was practicing this one earlier today. The old red-haired boy. I was practicing a lot earlier today too, because I'm about to release a guitar lesson on this one. I didn't have Red-Haired Boy and a couple other standards included in my kind of first push and release of fiddle tunes in my guitar club, mainly because I just didn't have the time to get to them. But this year, 2023, is the year I'm getting to them. So Red-Haired Boy is going to be released here this upcoming week, and then we've got some intermediate versions of some of the other tunes that I've got coming out and things like that too. But it's been good to kind of get back and revisit some of these tunes that I haven't played in a while. Nice. Loco Joe's joining us here. Said he had to relearn Red-Haired Boy in D because he couldn't sing it in A. Absolutely, man. I'm with you on that one. I don't think the key of A is within my vocal range either. Well, folks, let's go ahead and do a little bit of meditation. I'm excited because I haven't actually meditated today. This is going to be the first time properly meditated. I did some exercises on the mandolin earlier, but time to get in the zone. Like to stretch out, get limbered up. Let's go ahead and go for 5 minutes, and then we'll see you guys on the other side. Welcome back to planet Earth. Hopefully you were here the whole time. Oh man, that felt great. Well, first things first. Let's go ahead and head over to the chat box. Talk about our numbers tonight. How are we feeling with our meditation performance or satisfaction level? Scale of 1 to 10. I'd put myself at somewhere like a 7 for tonight. I feel pretty good tossing that number out there. But remember, this is not like so much a rating thing. Like if you were challenged and felt good about being challenged, that's a good thing. Lewis is at a 7. Nice, yeah. Awesome, Lewis. Well, folks, there are a couple things that I wanted to talk about tonight. One was I just got this shirt in the mail. Super proud of this. My buddy Patrick over at Flatpick Nation. I just ordered some sweet new merch from his kind of new store or whatever. And if you're not subscribed to him and you like Flatpick guitar content, you should definitely just like open up a new tab right now and subscribe to Flatpick Nation, because Patrick's really awesome guy, really great guitar player, and kind of one of the more happening Flatpick YouTube dudes out there. So definitely check his stuff out. And I was also going to say too, I had a coaching session since our last stream with my meditation coach and kind of mindfulness pal Lama Adam Burner, and I want to toss his link out in the chat box here because he's got some really cool stuff happening. He just started a new nonprofit that's kind of centered on mindfulness. I'll let you kind of discover that through his website. But one of the things that I wanted to mention tonight too is, I've been feeling really great about my meditation cycle recently because I did reconnect with Adam and kind of worked through some stagnation, I guess you would say, in like my meditation practice. I wasn't quite sure what I was doing with meditation anymore, and if I was like, stretching my abilities and practicing in the correct way. And Adam definitely set me on the right path this past time. It was good to check back in with him. And just like with music, right? Like, it's good to check in with some knowledgeable resources every now and again, even if you don't take regular lessons or anything like that, but talk to a teacher every now and again and see what they have to offer, what they can observe through your habits and practices that you've built. So yeah, definitely check out lamaadam.com. And if you want a meditation coach, he is the best. I think Adam's a great guy. He is a former musician, not a former musician, he still plays music, but a former professional musician who's now a Buddhist Lama. Really awesome guy, really chill, has a great worldview and perspective. Recently completed a 3-year retreat where he was kind of, stayed in a Buddhist monastery, didn't leave the walls of the monastery for 3 years, and studied Buddhist practices and specifically shamatha meditation, Tonglen meditation, all these different practices. And I think even if you're not into the whole like Buddhist side of things, which to be quite honest, I'm not at this point, but I am very into the meditative side of things. I think Adam is an amazing coach and an amazing resource, even if you're looking for more of like a secular mindfulness practice like I am. Elliot says he finally got the chat thing figured out. Good job, man. Elliot, don't you like fly planes, man? I'm just messing with you, dude. That's great. Well, that's my little stump speech about Lama Adam and a coach. I think it's just really valuable to find a meditation coach and a music coach too. If you're still practicing and playing music, please go check in with a teacher. I just had a lesson with Jacob Jolliffe a couple weeks ago. Mind blowing, awesome, great hour. It was worth all of the $125 or whatever it was to sit with him. So find a music teacher too. Nice. Well, gang, I'm gonna play another tune because I don't have much to talk about tonight. But if you guys have got some stuff, toss it out in the chat box. I'm just happy to be back streaming. One thing I'll mention that I will say again before the end of the call, just for all the other folks, Mindful Music Maker, I'm definitely gonna at this point switch to like kind of a bi-weekly schedule here. It's been a really awesome kind of kickoff to 2023. I've started to pick up a bunch of new private students through my partnership with Lessons with Marcel and stuff like that. So I've changed my complete work schedule actually to kind of accommodate this. I do 1 week on of just teaching private lessons, and then 1 week of YouTube video production and music stuff. You know what I mean? So just recording, and hopefully on that off week of video production, that'll be my kind of streaming week like this week. So pretty much 2 weeks from now, you can expect the next Mindful Music Maker stream, and in between that, if you want some private lessons, give me a shout because next week I'll be back on my teaching cycle again, and it's cool. I've got 30 students that I'm currently working with, not counting all of the college students that I teach, and what an inspiration that's been. Holy smokes, it's a learning experience, kind of from the pedagogical standpoint, and it's been really fun. Yeah, Joe says adapting to the LWM production cycle. I absolutely stole this from Marcel. 100% stole his workflow. I was like, holy crap, that's what you do? That sounds amazing. So, yeah, Marcel, also, if you folks aren't subscribed to his YouTube channel, go click that button, right now. And subscribe to Loco Joe's YouTube channel. Subscribe to everybody's YouTube channels. Everybody, it's a great thing to do. And then actually watch the content, because that's how we survive. But anyways, to get back to the kind of like Mindful Music Maker stuff, still definitely gonna do it. And we've got some really cool things cooking this year too. So that's kind of why I need the extra space, I think. But bi-weekly's good, right? Bi-weekly's good. All right, I'm going to shut up, play a tune, and then answer some questions or just chat with you folks. What's a good one? How about Turkey in the Straw? Thanks for the kind words, Elliot. I appreciate it, man. Says, you're a good educator, young fellow. Ain't a shame you're so busy. Yeah, it is. It is a shame. I don't have as much. You don't have as much time for fun stuff when you're an adult, right? You gotta work and do all those things. I gotta help people figure out where all their triads are up and down the neck and stuff like that. God's work. That's probably a good tempo. Let's try this one out. I'm going to go for 4 rounds. See if I can... let's bump it up. 6 rounds. Why not? See if I can get in the zone. So right now, I'm going to try and make this a mindfulness exercise. I've been doing this lately when I play tunes that I know. I'm just trying to place all of my focus in kind of the feeling of my hands. So either I'll be focusing on the tactile sensation of the left hand or the right hand kind of hitting the strings. And just seeing what comes out. You might hear some really sparse, weird stuff, but I know you're in for it. That's great. I would say I was inside the feeling of my hands 75% of the time during that exercise. And if you, just to clue you in too, like if you heard me take a pause or play like a very sparse passage or something, that was me getting back to the feeling of being in my hands. I usually use that as like a, if I start to play too quick, oftentimes I can get more tied up in the melodic idea than the feeling of playing the instrument. So by dialing back on the rhythmic activity, I'm allowing myself the opportunity to kind of like catch back up and dig back into the hands. That's one of the exercises I've been doing a lot lately. Just taking repertoire that I know really well and spinning it through that cycle right there. I think it can help. I'm already starting to see the benefits of it, I think, or feel the benefits of it. Let's check back into the chat box here. Lewis says, still teaching at the university. Yes, 100%, my friend. I am still teaching at Denison University. Very proud to be doing that and excited. Yesterday I was just over there. There's a sweet group from Boston called the Rutabaggers. You should definitely check them out. The Rutabaggers. They stopped by the university. We played a show with them Sunday night at Natalie's here in Columbus. Me and Adam opened for them, Adam Schlenker. And then the students had the opportunity to work with the band during the day. The Rutabaggers came and hosted a jam session for the American Roots Ensemble students, so we all got to pick in a circle and have fun. And then after that, they actually taught Adam's history of bluegrass music class, which was really cool. Sophia, their fiddle player, gave a really great explanation and kind of history of the American fiddle based upon like two different bowing styles that are common in bluegrass, the Nashville bow and the Georgia bow. It was like really cool stuff that I was honestly not familiar with, but hearing them talk about it. And then one of my favorite topics too that came up in my history of history of rock and roll class that I used to teach was talking about, their bass player was like really psyched on the fact that that genres don't technically really exist. Genres were invented by record companies to kind of like essentially keep segregation in like the music and like cater to different, like white and black markets and stuff like that. So kind of talking about that and the fact that musicians like both black and white were just like commingling anyways. Like it was hard to tell country from blues back in the 20s, really interesting stuff. And the Rutabaggers are really cool and gave a really good kind of presentation on the whole thing. So yes, definitely teaching at the university and getting my fill over there. It's been really fun. And for any of you that are going to be in the area, I know Lewis and I have talked about this, February 17th at Denison University in Granville, Ohio. My band Appalachian Swing is going to be backing up the great Peter Rowan. I don't know how we got this gig, but it's like awesome. I've been stoked on this and really looking forward to that. I've worked up all of David Grisman's mandolin parts from the Mule Skinner live TV taping that they did together back in '73. It was Peter Rowan, Grisman, Clarence White, Bill Keith on the banjo, Richard Green on fiddle. So we're going to kind of like try to recreate that show, but Peter Rowan's going to lead the way and it's going to be fun. So February 17th, definitely come out to the university. It's going to be awesome. Nice. Just checking back into the chat box here. Lewis had another question. He said, is the keyboard-looking thing in the background new? Absolutely. Quinn got a new piano upstairs, and I got her old digital keyboard, and I love it. I've been using it for, honestly, writing out music on the computer. You can hook it up as a MIDI controller, and I can just play the notes on the piano, and it just, like, bam, puts it all in there. I love it. Thanks for the kind words about my theory teaching, Elliot, and all that stuff. I'm going to work on Sultans of Swing for you, man. Actually, I've been playing that electric mandolin a lot lately. I will totally rock a Sultans of Swing backing track for you on that sometime. I'll promise you that. Hey, Karen. Good to see you out there. Joe says there's no way he's going to make it in person. Is the show going to be streamed or recorded? It will not be streamed, but I bet it will be recorded, and portions of it will be put on YouTube, either on the Denison YouTube account or over on Adam's YouTube account. So there'll definitely be some footage of that Peter Rowan show. We wouldn't want to go without that one, right? Nice. Elliot says, bring us a version of Midnight Moonlight. Absolutely, man. We've actually... So, I've heard that Peter Rowan can sometimes... he likes to live in the moment, you know, on the topic of like our stream here or whatever. So, sometimes he'll do a lot of gigs like this where there's just like a pickup band, you know, that works up his material and he shows up. And this project was all supposed to be centered around Mule Skinner. I imagine, you know, that's what we've been practicing and emailing back and forth about. But I would imagine, like, if Peter Rowan's showing up to the Denison Bluegrass Festival, people are going to want to hear Midnight Moonlight and Panama Red, you know. So, like, we've been working up, like, all of these standards, like, just on the off chance that Peter, you know, decides to throw us a curveball and play one of, you know, the really famous tunes that he's known for. Yeah, man. It would be fun to rock into Midnight Moonlight with him, though. Well, gang, this is fun. It's so great to connect with you folks again. I'm going to queue up another tune and then probably kind of wrap things up. We don't need to keep it too crazy here tonight. One other date I do want you to put on your calendars, though. I know I'm tossing a lot of stuff out there. I have just scheduled, it's in 1 month, on Saturday, March 4th. So just over a month. A month from this upcoming Saturday. From 1 p.m. Eastern to roughly 3 p.m., I'm going to be hosting the first Mindful Music Maker Meditation Retreat. Say that 10 times fast. Yeah, I am definitely excited for this. I've got some cool guests that are going to show up that I am not quite ready to announce yet, but the kind of general lay of the land and what is a meditation retreat and all this stuff. Really, in those couple of hours, we're going to meditate for an extended period of time, probably something like a half hour, do like a, you know, more extended, lengthy meditation than we do here on the stream. And then have kind of a guest speaker come in and talk about some mindfulness techniques and practices that we can use in our daily lives. And then I'll probably play some music for you folks and we can kind of chat and answer some questions and stuff like that. Like I said, hope to keep the program within 2 hours. But Saturday, March 4th, from 1 to 3 p.m. I know that's like prime time, right? Like we're talking about a weekend in the, you know, early, just pre-springtime. But it's the Saturday that worked for me, so that's when we're doing it. But yeah, if you want more information on that, and you haven't already, go over to HayesGriffin.com and sign up for my mailing list. I'm going to email the whole list at some point with details about this. So yeah, just copy paste that into your browser there and do your thing. Alrighty, gang. I am gonna, you know what? I had a student tonight play this one, so I'm gonna do it. Texas Gales. Originally Texas Gals. Elliot's like requesting all the tunes from Mule Skinner. You know what, Elliot? Like I'm not gonna, like, since I don't sing these tunes, I'm not gonna like play all of them and all that kind of stuff, man. But here's one that I have been working on. Yeah, Elliot wants a Mule Skinner. We'll give him some Mule Skinner. So I'm just gonna play this like one time through. Yeah. bit of Opus 57 for you guys there. I realized that I was about to drop my mandolin halfway through it because I didn't have the strap attached. Let's see if we can do that one again. Yeah. So I worked up Opus 57. That was kind of a crazy one. Ah. Yeah, man. Can't believe I screwed it up for you guys. Well, I'm getting it out of the way now instead of doing it with Peter Rowan. Oh, yeah, there's one more that I'll play for you, Elliot. I've also been looking at Land of the Navajo. Yeah, man. Grisman's solo was real fun to work up on that one. I love that lick that he plays at the end. Great, like Monroe style kind of lick there. Alright, is that enough of a sneak preview of the Mule Skinner show? Otherwise, you're going to have to just drive up here and check it out on February 17th, man. Alright, one more guitar tune, and then we're out of here tonight, folks. It's so good hanging out with you. Thanks for joining us here. I know it's not the regular night and all that kind of stuff. I am going to try and keep the stream on Monday, even though we're going bi-weekly with it now. But yeah, really appreciate you showing up and chatting with me and all that stuff. Joe, really good to see you out there again, buddy. It's been a while. And I swear, our podcast is going to launch and all that kind of stuff. All right, what's a good one here? I'm going to stick with Texas Gales. My student Graham was tearing this up earlier. Good kid, about 10 years old, getting real into flat picking. Texas Gales. All right, friends. Thank you so much. Remember, put on your calendars, Saturday, March 4th, 2023, 1 to 3 p.m. We're going to have the first Mindful Music Maker meditation retreat. Really excited to kind of hang out with you folks for a few hours and maybe deepen our meditation practices and be on the path to, mastering these funny little wood boxes with strings on them. And maybe our minds in the process, too. All right, gang. So good hanging out with you. Good to see you out there. Elliot, Karen, Lewis, Joe, Typing Hazard, thanks for dropping in. Yeah, and Lewis, we'll see you IRL in a few weeks, my friend. I'm really looking forward to that. Take it easy, folks. We'll talk soon.